Light Collective, back at it with another live stream. I'm ready. Are you ready? You better be ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, you guys, going pretty deep today, pulling from the Akashic Tarot. All right, need I say more, right? This is, just to be clear, a general collective message, right? So what that means for those who weren't aware is you got to take what resonates for you, right? And let the rest sit if it doesn't fit, right? Otherwise, ouch. Makes sense. Love and Light Bethany, welcome. So if you are part of this collective, and you are, and yes, you should be, right? This is going to pertain to some aspects, maybe not all, of the path. And we are talking about business as well. We are talking about life, and really not to sound crass or anything, but referable to love. We're not really talking about like from you to somebody else necessarily, right? But we definitely are high key talking about from you to you, if that makes sense, okay? And so I am mindful of the schedule, right? But I'm also mindful we don't really have a lot of people in here yet. I think what I should be doing is opening the channel, and then at an appropriate time we will stop. I promise you guys I'm gonna ring the bell, no worries. I'm not here not to read your cards, right? But in the interim time, you guys, if you're, for whatever reason, doesn't really much matter, all right, if you're unfamiliar with the live stream rules, please, I implore you at this time to check the description box below. Scroll down. There's so much that your girl loves to share with the collective, right? Don't fault me for that, you guys. Sharing's caring, they say, okay? So you do have to scroll a little bit. Look for the like extreme bold line of asterisks, okay? I promise if you look long enough, maybe hard enough, I didn't really mean to make it like so hard, I feel like it's doable, right? That you will most assuredly find them on the other side of a little bit of effort. I get that, right? But again, I didn't design anything for it to be so hard, so arduous that you couldn't get there. I'm not an op. Makes sense. So thank you for those that understand my passion in the matter and my boundaries in the matter, okay? We got to keep it orderly to some level, measure, and degree, right? So that it works smoothly, because we're not here, all right, myself included, to work hard, simply and solely, right? Working smart, working hard happens, right? But let's keep the working smart in and of it all. So I don't want to ring the bell and you guys go, I put my question in, why is it not being answered, kind of thing, right? So please take the time to also assist your girl with getting the watch hours up anyway, right? It's a win-win-win-win-win, because as we do these things, the channel grows. As the channel grows, we get more perks. Like, I'm not just talking just me, right? So serious. And one of those perks, you guys, is your girl gets to come on here a lot more often, and able to dish out a lot more free tarot. Okay, so I don't see any problems there. I don't know, I'm excited. I hope you two are excited. If you truthfully are part of the collective, I know you are excited, and thank you, and let's do this together. We are amazing, right? Like, sometimes we just have to actually talk about it. Not everybody wants to hear about it, right? Just because it's truth, because just like truth, when it be truth in, sometimes it is a bittersweet situation, perhaps, maybe even some might say a bitter pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, and even at the beginning, the truth is just what it is, all right? So, gone are the days in this new earth energy, if I do say so myself, but seriously, collective, you got to be in on this with me, right? Where we are apologetic about the truth. And of course, the truth includes how amazing, seriously, each and every one of us, each and every one of you are, all right? So please don't forget that now. Love and light, Aditya. And, it's part for the course of really illuminating the light that already is within and already backs you. Okay, so we say upon. Really, some might call it the anointing, others divinity. Either way, it refracts back to that same source energy, just like you and me. Okay, and this is how we say we're all connected. Makes sense? All right, so whoever I'm speaking to, collective, right? I have the best collective, hands down, you guys. No one's telling me any different, and the divine stands for it too. You guys have access to the Akashic. Not everyone, whether person, human, being, entity, or not, can say that. All right, this is big-ish. And of course, if you found this channel, you too are, makes sense. All right. So you guys, please don't be out there trying to dim your light. Don't even be in your thought life trying to allow for you to dim it. Okay, gone are those days. You are needed to shine here. This is New Earth. Welcome. Okay, so not only are you to be welcomed into it, but you're expected to, dare I say, even checking back to divine forces that back you and for some or within you, and however it makes sense to say for you, honey bun. Talking to a lot of people makes sense. You really are supposed to be understanding, and again, unapologetically, your worth, okay, your divinity. All right, big stuff. So I think we have a couple more people in here now. I'm gonna go ahead and ring the bell. Oh my goodness, there we go. It's ringing. I don't know what's going on there, but send love and light to the bell. I don't know, you guys, it's been a little funky lately. I'm like, should I actually replace it? But like, it's like the OGs. I don't know. We'll see. All right, there we go. Come on, Bell, you got this. No, let me stop. Not having to give a pep talk to the bell on the live stream. My goodness. All right. This could be synchronistic of current energies, which we do want to talk about. I've already gone ahead and pulled the cards, so definitely got to talk about that. Get you guys with your crowns straight, right? Not off kilter. And again, unapologetically. Something about unapologetically keeps coming through the channeling. I don't know if somebody here needs to be a little bit more bolder in your truths as you know them to be, or what. We got your guardian angel coming through with the come through today for sure, for sure. Thank you, Bethany, for the bell assistance. Appreciate you, babe. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to move on. This will not be the last time that the bell has rung, I promise. So no worries, and thank you for assisting me. You know, not only getting the watch hours up, but you guys, I really enjoy hanging out with you, in case you wondered, right? It is a bright spot in every day or night when I do get to experience that. So just to be clear, all right? So love and light and welcome. Nobody has to have a question either. I feel like I don't say that enough. So no pressure either way, all right? Love and light. Now, here's the sitch. Some of you, especially those that are really on the type of entrepreneur timeline, irregardless though, you've been planning, you've been setting intention towards some, you know, I'm getting things like, what do you call it? Like estate planning, okay? If this isn't simply and solely business, right? Just, you know, really powerhousing through some aspects or tools, dare I say, of manifestation, getting specific, right? Like, it's like, so you'd have to plan to do some of that. You can't just pull numbers out of your arse, as it were, right? So it's like, you know, best to know, okay, in order to execute, you know, this type of blueprint for the business, maybe it's even a business plan, you guys, right? You have to know the numbers to plug them in there, at least referable to the range of possibility that the costs could actually equate to. Whether you are physically actioning this out or not, there's preparation here, okay? Somebody could be in construction. Somebody could be looking at blueprints. If you are, you know, whether you're a builder or you're having someone build this or not, okay? I'm also hearing there could be some significance to Stone Mountain, Georgia. I believe that's in Georgia, Stone Mountain. And maybe you're buying a home there. Chills on that for someone. It's my understanding that area is pretty beautiful. I've not been myself. Gosh, I'd love to go. But anywho, all right. So we've got the King of Scrolls coming out, and then next the Queen of Keys. And there could be some significance to the aesthetics of these illustrated individuals, so I'm guided to share, okay? Doesn't have to be the case, you guys, but there could be some significance to, like, even the environment, like a lot of stones with a lot of woods, all right? Maybe somebody here is Irish as well. Doesn't have to be the case, okay? But in current energies, I'm honing in on the individuals from the collective who are in this type of energy, in this type of timeline. You're planting, you know, expectantly, and as you should, right? Expectancy and patience are two different things, right? So it's okay to be, you know, expectedly planting, right? But be mindful not to box the whole experience into the point where, you're going to be miffed or, I don't want to say that. You don't want to allow the experience to be considered unsavory just because it exists beyond your expectations. Okay, because be mindful, even when you're expecting, there is a little bit of limitation to that expectation, quite frankly, right? It's like I expected to turn left, and then, Divine's like, actually, you had to like turn around and make like a Yui. So, and it's like, if you're in those moments where Divine's communicating or giving you the synchronicities or putting your back up against the wall, or still holding on to that rope, you might lose some fingerprints and some aspects of the experience being savory, much more pleasant, way less painful. So there's something coming into the now that's really asking you to question yourself, perhaps. And sometimes it's simply and solely to get to the other side of, you being way more confident about the truths as you know them to be. Something keeps coming through about, quote, the truths as you know them to be. Maybe you're changing truths, right? The reason why I have to say that is because, the truth really just is the truth. However, our awareness and or proper perception of same is really where the change often should be had, right? And of course, that's par for the course when you come here, okay, when you fought to get basically through the other side of the veil. Maybe that is the Yui, right? Maybe, and since we're pulling from the Akashic, this definitely makes sense to say, but I was already just getting it from the channeling. Maybe there's some aspects of incarnation past, I have to say it that way with the air quotes, because really everything everywhere all at once, guys. For those that don't understand that, please watch the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, as well as a whole host of brilliant cast, are in that, okay? And you know what I love about that movie too, just quick side note, everything everywhere all at once, I believe it's on Netflix, I'm not certain, is that you can really see some visual explanations about some really inexplicable ish. And really, by inexplicable ish, I'm talking about some of aspects of the spiritual laws, principalities, excuse me, principles. Oh, and principalities with which to know and love, perhaps, right? Yeah, yeah. So long story short, it's like giving yourself a new lease on life, but like in the most literal sense, right? Like you're pulling out of the miry clay, right? Only what you wish to bring forward. And some of you, gosh, can't get around this U-turn, really have to kind of go within. There's that journey within that we're going to talk about to really learn more aspects of yourself so that you can really make your magic, your supernatural, your divine guided inspiration, perhaps, work for you, okay, in this new earth where you're actively co-creating with source energy, mind you. You can't leave out be all in this, right? But you're really in the trenches, essentially with source, carving out, digging out, laying the foundation for what will be a glorious utopia for you. And for those that don't know utopia, and you guys should look these words up. Utopia is how you would spell utopia, for those that maybe didn't know. It really talks about, in this context, what I'm referencing, the understanding that you have the ability to utilize your conscious based awareness in this realm. By this realm, I mean the earth plane, which is often likened to a spiritual school of sorts, because at each and every one of your contracts at the spiritual or soul level, you came to do just that, learn and grow your soul here. Okay, so there's the school. All right, it's giving everything's right on time, everything's on course, not off course. But there's these aspects of unknown that you're being faced to kind of like continue to face, to the point where you get outside of your comfort zone, perhaps, so that you can really see the power that you always are. Divinity. Makes sense? Okay. Um, whoever I'm speaking to, you are hella authentic, right? You are also extremely unique. And there is some aspect of you understanding that, and not necessarily that you don't honor it. However, in your shape shifting abilities or in your lifestyle, perhaps, you've learned in old paradigms. I have to really key in on that truth. This is what used to work, okay? Because we're still in the new earth, and what we're doing is moving forward, okay? However, just to make sense of this, you have learned along the way, because people, places, and things also find truth to be a bitter pill to swallow sometimes, definitely bittersweet. And when you come along and you're triggering AF because they've realized on the back end that they're not necessarily authentic at all, definitely not as authentic as you, collective member, and they may realize that they don't really love themselves much, especially on the other side of seeing you create miracles through doing just that, collective. And again, this is why I say I literally have the best collective, hands down. Like, I'm not for everyone, right? Those I'm there for, like, man, you guys are amazing. You guys are brilliant. Okay, you guys have all different types of talents, giftings, and abilities that I just think are enough to write books about. Enough to have television shows about, right? Call TLC up if you gotta, or whatever network. But I digress. And the divine really set you up that way, coded you that way, okay, honey bun? With the diversity and the treasure card coming out here. I was just really guided. I know this is the tarot card. We're talking Two of Keys and Five of Scrolls from the Akashic Tarot. But really, this treasure and diversity is really what Spirit wanted me to hone in on with these cards. The rest of the cards I read more according to the tarot. All right. But honoring what makes you definitely stand out is a requirement, basically. Okay. And not in the sense of like what makes you stand out to be hated, or what makes you stand out to hate yourself. It's like there's some aspect coming through the channeling where you go like, okay, I want to do this. It makes sense. But I'm tired. I don't want to be hated anymore. I don't want to be judged anymore than I already am. And the divine says, get ready. I'm hearing, what is that song? Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready. I don't know, but it's like, look out, here you come. And you are essentially on some form of hunt, okay? Even when we retract back to the beginning of the description of current energies here, this is giving masculine energy. Let's talk about it. And this talks about like, what do I got here? What can I do with what do I got? What do I want? Okay, now what do I have to implement to get what I want, right? How can I be grateful? How can I be forward, progressive, advancing in spite of not having, what I want, perhaps, while laying claim to what you want simultaneously. And this is a lot of work, you guys. This is not everybody can just do this. And even so, okay, it's not going to be over a one and done. It's not going to be over a one night. Okay, one attempt, one business, perhaps, right? But you're guided to continue on, okay? You've even got sun energy backing you, okay? That makes me think of sun god Ra as well as ancient Egyptian civilization, but you take from that what you will take from that, perhaps. And with this Queen of Keys, okay, this is talking feminine energy, all right, in this particular instance. And it's giving, you got the keys to the streets. You got the keys. You have access to the Akashic. And now is the time where you should be implementing what you know from previous incarnations, right? The lessons that you're still here now and you're right now to learn and to grow out of, perhaps, right? So that you can properly plan and properly execute. And again, going back to let's work smartly, not just hard, right? So you're asked to continue utilizing your strength, your courage, and your consciousness, I'm hearing to say, to continue to seek out from yourself and any others or any other thing in your lifestyle, in your environment, in your consciousness. If it doesn't allow you to be in flow state, if it takes from you, it's got to go. Whether it's from you, in you. Gosh, this is really deep today. My goodness. Self-care Sunday. Help. Okay. And this is like Demon Slayer-ish, man. You're considered a traveler, perhaps, right? Maybe you do a lot of travel, but this is really talking about, even aspects of time travel, aspects of previous incarnation travel. See what I'm saying here? Right? At the conscious awareness. Your guardian angel really, I need you to know, believes in you, and it's not simply because they're tasked to do it. It's like your guardian angel, I'm just getting the energy of something like this. It's like, okay, let's say you have a job, and it's like you full well know the job description, but you also full well know that, maybe you've got this particular customer perhaps, right? And it's like they have like special needs, or a difference to them, where you can't necessarily treat or think of them in the same ordinary course, even referable to business, okay? As the rest of your demographic, the rest of your clientele, perhaps, right? And it's not a matter of like playing favorites, it's a matter of seeing the obvious, right? So ADA complaints comes to mind, right? Americans with disabilities, it's like, okay, clearly man's ain't getting out of the power wheelchair with the remote control and climbing 5 flights of stairs, just saying, in case you wondered, right? So it's not a matter of favorites, right? It's a matter of the way you, going back to you, okay, are coded. What you are blueprinted here with. And again, I'm not for everyone, makes sense. Okay, look at the numbers, you could tell. Just saying. All right. Love and light, you guys. I really am honored to even deliver messages like this to my collective, because you guys are just so amazing. I mean, they made cards about it. You can't really get around it. So serious. But your guardian angel here wants you to know you're not alone. All right. There is some significance to the angelic realm as well as the ancestors realm. And for those that know, okay, your ancestors are essentially you. When you retract it all back onto source, we're all connected. So that makes sense, right? Checks out. And they want you to know you are not alone. They want you to know you're not alone because they're heavily invested in you. Now, whoever I'm speaking to, you could have, maybe Tom, Dick, and Harry, and not one of them even gives a rat's ass about you. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to divine forces that back you, when it comes to this particular guardian angel, or this grouping of guardian angels, I have to say it that way because general collective message, right? They want you to know that not only are they just there to serve you because they're contracted to, but they're passionate about, like, whomever you are, the way that you operate, the way that you, I'm also hearing to say delegate responsibilities. I'm not exactly sure any more specificity about what that's about, but the way that you, intend to carry out your days and nights, intend to carry out yourselves, right? You have morals about you and you value self and others, all right? So, yes, that makes you special, because not everyone, especially in this earthen plane, are you kidding me, are even coded or even able or even caring enough to do that, to be that, to love, right? Um, and so, what's crazy is you could be experiencing some supernatural occurrences, and not in the sense of like, oh gosh, here we go again. I'm scared. I don't feel safe. No, in the sense of like, wow, wow, I actually got that sign that how did they even, I purposefully picked a sign that I know is not easy to give in this matrix, right? Like that kind of ish, like the divine showing up and showing out for you, okay? But you've got to maintain your sense of believability in it all, as well as your believability in your own capabilities, because quite frankly, I'm just getting something about like, if you stop this, like if you stop, there won't be moving forward, right? Like if you stop, everyone will know, right? And everyone will be, I can't find a word like strong enough, but of course the sentiment would be disappointed, right? But it's like there's a lot riding on you getting this, getting these synchronicities, stepping forward, answering the call, finding out the truth, honoring the truth as you now know it to be. Perhaps maybe some aspects of truth have changed, okay? According to your perception, not literally. All right? But so sorry. I don't even know what deck this is, you guys. Maybe somebody would recognize from the backs of the card. Maybe not. And it's not really that important, but I do want to make mention of this. I pulled out. I'm like, I want to make mention of this, and then I have to proceed to out myself because my Virgo placements are like cringing at this fact. But I'm not here to mince words or to manipulate the cards or the message, so I will be obedient and out myself. But here we go. Long story short, I pulled out the Akashic, okay? Didn't even know we were going to use it, okay? And as I pull it out and I'm going through, this particular deck of cards, okay, from another session was stuck in amongst the cards, right? It's not in the right box, okay? I don't even know what deck to call it. Sorry. I have to find that after I hop off too, because I gotta put these away. But anyways, nothing just happens, you guys. And there is that like supernatural, miraculous, unexpected occurrences. All right, the supernatural. There's anything outside of logic right now is most likely coming in to assist you. Anything logic right now may be being looked at to delay you, is what I'm getting, okay? So be mindful and always utilize that intuition. It should not be gagged and bound in the trunk anywhere. I'm just so serious, you guys, okay? Because this is a general collective message, makes sense. But accept struggles as lessons is coming out from this particular guardian angel grouping. I have to say it that way because general collective, right? Not just one angel. There are legions, honey. Okay, but anyways, forgive yourself also came out, as well as this journey within. So this is really pulling off of current energies. It's like, you know, the message stands. There could be some synchronicity about that too, because you could be getting messages that stand and you go, but I'm not sure, is that, shall we have another one? Shall we ask another time? Right? And you're, okay, and maybe you're asking about if you're all alone, because this keeps coming out too. You're not. All right, you're never alone. Not even like we'll come back. You're never alone. There are legions. Makes sense, okay? And you, my lovely, my darling, okay, are here for a reason. A great one too, not even just a mid one. So serious. All right. Now, in case you wondered what might be a little sliver of why you're here. Okay, we've got the sun coming out from the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck here, indicating you are here to enjoy success and happiness. Gosh, if success wasn't enough, you get the happiness too. This is literally a card of like the most holy version of having your cake and eat it too. Like seriously, right? The holy version, not the one that we're all, you know, very well aware of exists because it's been implemented many times in moon cycles past and in old earth, right? Against us. Not that, just to be clear, crosswatcher, because I know everybody in my collective already knew that. Just saying. Ready for what's next? The bell has rung. You guys, this is a lot of fun. I miss being on here. Don't mind me. All right. Okay. Love and Light Raymond, I'd like you to ask another question, babe. All right. I knew you were going to come on and do that today. That's so funny. I was praying for you. Set your love and light before I even hopped on. I promise. I was checking with Spirit that if you should ask me to ask again, what would I be permitted? And so I'm just going to ask you to ask another question. All right. I'm doing my part. I promise it's nothing personal. And it's very protectional, right? If that's a word. And born out of love and light. No bitterness, no resentment. Okay. And definitely sending you lots of love and light. It's not easy. I know that, right? But what I don't want to teach you is how to make it harder, even if by accident. So there's that. All right. If you guys don't have any other questions at this time, no worries. The bell will again ring. I'm just mindful that as people come on, it may be differing times, and no worries there. I'm here till I'm done, anyways, right? So I figure it's no sweat to ring the bell just to make sure that we're all on the up and up and keeping awake, right? Let me stop. But continuing on with this hunt energy, shield maiden coming out, make plans and focus. This is exactly what you've been doing, some of you, and or what you are guided to get into energetically and literally mentally, okay, so that you can action out physically what would need to be actioned out, okay? Be brave and honest is coming out here. And so your ancestors want you to take charge and lead with authority. They want you to take charge and break aspects of those mental chains, aspects of those generational curses off of you, as well as the lineage, off of you, as well as your loved ones. Okay. And there's some significance to winter time. You guys, I'm so serious. Winter came out somewhere else in the cards. And I know because I've gone ahead and pulled them all, but I didn't like I don't know exactly where, but just to be clear, there's some aspect between now and winter. There might be a window of opportunity for some. Okay, this could be referable to deadlines to entering contests, deadlines to entering certain type of, maybe even blueprints, paperwork, business documents. Okay, licensure agreements. Take what resonates here. Um, and along with this hunter energy, we've got warrior coming out. Um, I forget what deck this is, you guys. Wait, let me see if I can show it. I feel like I can't. Yeah, I cannot show it. But there could be some significance to Roman Greco civilization, as well as there's that Egypt. Let me show it this way. With Isis, there could be some significance to Mother Isis type of energy as well. And so, makes sense. You're an old soul, ancient soul, could be one of the originals, right? Again, I'm not for everyone. So literally, you guys are amazing. And affirmations to add, perhaps. I enjoy life now as I take steps to realize my new tomorrow. My utopia, perhaps, might be more aptly stated, right? The other affirmation, I ask for what I want because I deserve to get what I want. Now, here's the situation with that, though, right? And this would be also great to kind of implement as well with, doing your affirmations. Add the fact that your will is in direct alignment with the divinity that backs you. Some might say God, right? God's will. All right, however that resonates for you. Because as you kind of speak that over yourselves, your life, your finances, right? Your mental state as well, okay? Then you actually are actioning out in right and proper form to get some of those other next steps executed, right? Understanding and being built up in your understanding of your truth in the matter, which is that you are divinity having a human-like experience being backed by divinity. Now, here's the other stitch. If you're not getting what you want, right? This could be because your will in current energies don't necessarily correlate with divine timing, right? Don't necessarily correlate with divine right, wrong agenda. And it happens to the best of us. That's not me saying, oh, you're on the bad side of karma. Oh, you're a narcissist. Oh, you're a demon, right? No, okay? It's just that we don't know everything always and in all ways, right? Haven't you ever wanted someone, then realize you find out years later, it's like, man, thank goodness, because the blood test would have wrecked me on the strength of being married to them and having babies to them kind of thing, right? It's like you can want someone, right? But they can also just the same not be the right one for you, not be even something you should want. See how that makes sense? And how do you know something until you know it, right? So there's that God's grace, right? And so you do have to continue on with learning the lessons, which in and of themselves are the blessings, which again, your guardian angel came out to assist you in remembrance of just that. So utilize your strength. You have a deep inner strength and a glorious vitality. Okay. And yes, you do, unless you're believing otherwise. If you believe otherwise, that's the experience you're creating with the divinity that you are, because you're powerful enough to do it. Not saying that's your highest vibrational outcome, experience, timeline, or even the will of the divine for you to experience something less than you desire. And dare I say less than you deserve, right? But it happens. Why? Well, because we want. And in those moments, if you're not disciplined enough to understand, listen, if I want something, if I want someone and I'm not getting them, I need to actually understand the assignment. They're not mine. I'm not their own, right? Take it however it resonates here. But if you're hitting your head against a wall too many times, if you've been trying to chase after someone that you love so many times, you've got to step back and actually do the work. You've got to journey within. And that's exactly what some of you have been doing. Success fills your life in ways beyond your greatest expectations. This is why expectations, even of themselves, again, can be quite limiting, right? Haven't you ever met, perhaps, or you've heard about somebody meeting the right person at the wrong time? Okay, now here's the thing. If you expect that during the wrong time, even though they're the right person, that they should act like they are the right person, you might get yourself hurt, honey bun. Just saying, right? Love and light, Freaky J. And so, you know, it just is what it is. I come on and I give these general collective messages, right? But I have to say a lot of parts of them in like different ways so that we all can understand what the message, what the cards, dare I say, are saying to each and every one of us. So please take what resonates for you on a personal note here, okay? And surrender is coming out. All is well. I surrender to my inner guidance. Some of you are looking outside too much, right? Gosh, is this my reading? No, let me stop. But, you know, you're not always going to get from the next fortune teller, the next reader, the next friend, the next employer, the next confidant, what you're looking for. And a lot of times, the reason behind that is because you need to go within, okay? And again, if and when you go within, you don't come out worse than before. I'm so serious. A lot of people fear that that's the case, okay? It can even seem that that's the case, all right? I'm not unmindful of that. I've done this work to some degree. I'm still doing it, okay? Makes sense? But I can tell you on a personal note, the more you face it, okay, the less you shirk and shy away from responsibilities, the more that you plan, the more that you commune with the divinity that backs you, with your ancestors, with your higher selves here, the more success you're going to actually most assuredly experience, in spite of some aspects of the storm, the path, hell, the tragedies, the travesties, right? We've all got experiences here, and that's okay, right? Silence is coming out as well. I am serene no matter what is occurring around me, right? So maybe a lot of you are feeling overwhelmed because it's like you already had your own to-do list, right? You already had the issue you had to figure out, right? Now everybody around you, it's giving radio silence perhaps because everybody around you is going through so much in current events, in current world affairs, in current political climate, in current conscious-based awareness. And again, be mindful. We're still in that wheat shifting from, sifting from, yeah, literally. Maybe that was a misprint in that scripture. Talk about the wheat shall be sifted. Might should more aptly been stated shifted, because you know we're talking conscious based awareness from one paradigm shift to the next into that new earth consciousness, right? Um, but the wheat is being sifted or shifted from the tare here. And so it's going to get brutally honest. There's that truth, right? Truth be truth in about who can and who can no longer be around you and go with you. Some of you, you know and love people that can be around you right now, but the season's closing, the season's changing, the window of opportunity closing, the window of access closing. Why? Because they can't go where you're going and you're not there yet. Makes sense, all right? And that can be also a bitter truth, a bittersweet situation, all right? I get that. However, what are you going to do about it? You just going to lay everything down and just give up? You're just going to act like, you know, it's enough of a sacrifice just to, you know, stay behind and avoid the success that is literally hunting you down right now? Ooh, there's that hunt. Is this the epitome of what you want wanting you, perhaps, collective? Ooh, I don't know about you, but if I were you, I would claim it. Some of you need to simplify. Simplicity, less is more, perhaps. Okay, even referable to the home space. You might want to feng shui your ish. Okay, clear out the junk drawer, perhaps. All right, make way for new energy, for new, cleaner energy, for less than desirable energy. Okay, excuse me, to get rid of less than desirable energy. Some of you, it's like you've got some old things around. Maybe it's a mixture of tools and I don't know. I don't think this is even in a garage though, but it's like tools, papers, maybe some pens and some scraps of things. There's some aspect to that, whether it's in a toolbox or not, energetically that needs to be cleansed, lifted, sifted through. Okay. And you know what? It makes sense, you guys. There's a lot of ways that energies, whether they're entities or not, can really be attached to materials. Okay. And so when you simplify, you sift through, okay, when you cleanse, all right, if you got mirrors, you might want to lock them. If you don't know what that means, definitely look it up. Okay. If that's something that makes sense to you, especially if you got like a lot of glass, a lot of mirrors, and if you are a thrifter, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. But not to be scary or to scare you, but just to inform you, okay? If you've been having odd occurrences after, you went shopping, after you even went to a museum, right? You got to be mindful to cleanse your energy and cleanse the ish that your energy is around, especially if it's your space. It's got to be sacred. It's got to be sanctified, as it were, right? And same deal with the mental space, all right? You got to cleanse, make room for new growth, all right? New type of your brain is likened to that of like a supercomputer, right? So it'd be like new type of software, okay? You want the new. And really, even when you are talking about vegetation, right? Like she's got the vegetation about her crown and stuff. That speaks to expansion and growth, yes, but it also speaks to aspects of abundance. If you've got growth, you've got regeneration, you've got success, all right? And you've got success to build more success. And this is exactly what you're doing right now, babe. You guys are doing so much. And those that are fearing, oh gosh, the divine's asking this of me, you've already been doing it, honey bun. Please take the fear out of the equation, all right? Fear is a robber, okay? And you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So please be mindful. Only think the thoughts that are in harmony with your health, okay? You cannot perceive life from any other perspective than from that of yourselves. This is why I implore you every time, you guys, study to show yourselves approved. Study, all right? Don't just be force-fed information. It doesn't matter what the information is referencing, right? Just in general course. Gone are the days where you just take somebody's word at face value about some very serious ish, especially about yourselves, your path, your business, your intuition, your spiritual health, right? Or your physical health even. You've got to do the work to understand with more specificity and more clarity your why, who you are versus who you are not, and next steps. And if and when you should be fuzzy on any of those aspects, knowing that you know that you know that you can go to the divine, that you can go to your ancestors, that you can go to your guardian angel even and get clarification, because that is part and parcel of your birthright package. That's part and parcel of your power. All right. You cannot create in the experience of another. So for those that are really trying to, and this is, I love everyone, you guys. Like I would probably, left to my own devices, try to take the most low dense angel to some of the highest vibrational places in the spirit realm, just because nobody should have to be left behind, right? But of course, keywords there, left to my own devices, because that's not really all the way in balance, is it? Right? We need balance. We need dark and light. We need dark in their place and light in its, right? Again, wheat being sifted from tare. Quite obvious when it happens, right? Bittersweet truth. Okay. But what you can do for people is set the example of joy, is set the example of how it is to live in a healed mental space, in a healed heart space, how it is to get what you think, okay? And in the highest vibrational sense of that, it's like, oh, that's how that works, right? Yeah. Because you can talk and talk and talk till the cows come home, right? But if this person, these people, this grouping, these family members even aren't willing and or for whatever reason capable, long story short, all right, of doing the work, they can't go where you're going, all right? And that's got to be okay, really, okay? The law of attraction brings whatever abundance you choose. This is your abundant path. Honor it, own it, claim it. Makes sense? Let's read this card. It says, I want financial prosperity. This reminds me of J.G. Wentworth videos. It's like, or commercials. It's like, it's my money and I want it now, right? I want financial prosperity now, right? Well, claim it. All right. There are so many wonderful things that are available in this world, and financial prosperity opens the door to so many of those things. Since the law of attraction responds to your thoughts, decide to focus on predominantly the abundance type of thoughts, okay? And really kind of like infuse this air of understanding it's only a matter of time before you actually see what you're talking about as truth, right? So it's like you are abundant, okay? Only a matter of time, you know, in the back of your mind. Only a matter of time. Only one more day, right? Not even. Okay, don't restrict it with those expectations too high key, right? That, you know, everything is going to show to the point where everyone knows, yes, the hell you are financially and spiritually abundant. Makes sense? All right. There's something coming through about really understanding people for whom what they are. The same way you are to understand and appreciate yourselves for who you are and who you are not. Okay. And not in the sense of coddling others or writing others off, but in the sense of really being mindful to be balanced in your expectation. It's like, I expect you should be a good person up until the point where you let me know you're not. And as soon as that happens, I've got to be mature enough and responsible enough to honor that truth. Right? Because otherwise you're kind of screwing yourself up. You could kind of delay plans. You could kind of lose a business. You know, you're not paying attention. You're not focused. You know what I mean? Um, and you want great relationships. Okay. So really part of your affirmations could even be, you know, I so enjoy nice, clever, funny, energetic, stimulating people. And I love knowing that this planet is abundant with them. That's a good one. Because you know what? Friendly reminder. So serious, you guys. I really appreciate coming on here and being with you all. But I promise you, the second I'm off here, I wish, you know, we lived a lot closer. Just saying, right? Because it's a rare gem to find what we found in each other in this community. You know what I mean? And those that I'm addressing, you know exactly what I mean. I know you know, right? I can change my life by changing my thoughts is coming out, okay? By choosing a thought that feels, keyword, feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking. You can gradually change the direction of your thoughts, the patterning of your thoughts, right? It's like training, you know, you've trained a child or you've trained an animal perhaps. You're training your brain here. It's like, we're going to redirect. What we're not going to do is that, right? Change it up. And again, try again, do it again, fix it. Right? Right. Okay. So don't get frustrated if, you know, you got to try again, because this is normal and par for the course. You are not the only one, and you are very much underway towards your end game outcome. Okay. Expectation or not. All right. Um, you can feel, keyword, positive while thinking positive. All right. Of course, if you're already thinking positive, gosh, that helps you to feel it all the more sooner. Makes sense? Try again. Some of us are differing marks of this path, right? But we're to honor all aspects just the same because they're par for the course of allowing us to become who we have become, who we are becoming. Okay. You are not here to create sameness. So please and thank you. Stop trying to be that one that goes, I'm just going to, it feels better when people are less triggered at my brilliance. So I'll just dumb it down. I'll just hide under this rock. Nope. Sorry. Can't be the one. You're not coded for that. All right. You're not even on that type of timeline. If you ever were. Okay. You can reach for a better feeling thought. Not necessarily saying it's easy, but you can, unless you tell yourself, I damn sure can't. Then you're shooting yourself in the foot, and then you're being problematic towards your own path. And at that point, that's not you being loving towards you, is it? Oh, what a predicament. Because we're to live a lifestyle of self-love. Fix it. Okay? Try again. There's nothing you cannot not be, do, or have. Okay? There's nothing. So go forth on this day of your life and experience, of your life experience, knowing that your real work is to decide what you want and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, giving thought to only that. All right. So, retraining the brain. You can do it. Many of you are well underway at this. Okay. I'm excited. I'm so excited for you. You guys are doing great. There's some aspect of, you know, perhaps a creative business, or maybe you're going to produce workshops. Um, and you're being guided at this time to collect the data necessary, excuse me. So it's like, obviously, if you're gonna have like a workshop, you'd have to have some form of aspected curriculum or itinerary, right? You can't just get on there and be like, this is my workshop. I'm just going to talk and go around and around until 27 minutes later. Then we're going to do this one exercise that has nothing to do with what I talked about and be on our way. That's not giving success, right? It's not giving mapped out or well thought of, you know. And so what you put in is what you're going to get out, right? So you'd have to be mindful of that, because you shouldn't put in nothing and expect everything, right? We've had to teach karmics some of those lessons. I don't feel like we should have to turn right around after teaching them to learn them all over again. So please be mindful of how you're living and thinking, okay, and how you're creating your experience, because you are attracting the essence of whatever pleases you, okay, unless you're not. So which timeline are, you know, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing the work? All right. When you go into your creative workshop, you can begin to assimilate the data that represents your preferences. This is really talking about really retraining the brain, the consciousness, even the subconscious level, right? Okay. As you assimilate the data, you will prepare a picture of self from which you will begin attracting into your experience the essence of all that has been pleasing you, okay? Literally creating your utopia. My life is unlimited in every respect, okay? The card states, I recognize that I am unlimited. So there's no restriction here, right? In all facets of my life, absolutely no restrictions here, right? Okay. I see my financial balance as unlimited. No restrictions there, right? So nothing I am choosing is limited by money. Makes sense? Love and light, country love. For I know I am a magnet, and I attract whatever level of prosperity, health, and relationships I choose, right? So you guys, you don't have to say it like whatever level. You could just be like, you know, multi-million, multi-billion, right? Multi-gajillionaire, whatever you got to plug in there, all right? As it pleases you. So gone are the days of, you know, thinking, feeling, and then ultimately experiencing, because, you know, your thoughts become words and words become things when you speak them out. That divinity has set you up in some cruel game, perhaps, okay, whether there's thrones or not, to really come out on top when it was already doomed that you could never come out on top. There's none of that, so please stop with the subconscious paradigm about that, okay? Because then at the end of the day and at the beginning, just the same, you're doing that. That's not the divinity that backs you doing that, okay? That's you delusioning yourself into experiences that you don't want anyhow. So it's really, at least, not to be rude, a time waster, especially in your earth energy. Makes sense, okay? Now, there could be some significance to the angelic code 2727, 1515, 1717, 1616, and or 3838. Okay, you possess the inner strength, and you are expected to use it to overcome any challenges on this journey, whether challenges on the journey within and or the journey without, as you know it to be. Same deal with inner wisdom, okay? It's your greatest power. Listen to it. Listen to the within, all right? That is part for the course of accessing your higher self wisdom. It's very important, okay? Spiritual growth. Embrace the spiritual journey. It's leading you to a higher state of being. It's leading you to basically be reintroduced to your higher selves, okay? So that you can what? Create utopia, live like the actual good life, right? Love and light, eat me. Seek balance. Find balance in your life. It's the key to inner peace and outer success. I'm also getting something about that simplification. Where is that? Telling me to go back to it. Simplification. What is this? There's some aspect of, I can't I don't even know where it's at. Less is more. I know I said it, right? I think it said simplify. I cannot find it. Maybe there's some synchronicity. My goodness. If you're the type of person where you know, and you don't have to out yourself for this, but where you know, like, you're trying to look for something and can't find it because you just don't know where it is, you thought you knew which pile it was in, you need to fix that, okay? Because that's really going to stagnate your energy. Imagine having a business where you got to ship stuff out, you can't find the package, or you found what you meant to ship out, right? Person already paid for it, you can't find a box, you can't find a post office, you don't know how you're going to, you know what I'm saying? Get ready. Do whatever the planning is necessary for you to actually, you know, put your own best foot forward here. You're being asked to enaction out with your tenacity as well, I'm seeing in the cards. But I'm almost trying to get ahead of myself here really quick. All right. Seek balance 1616. It's the key to inner peace as well as outer success. You've got to be, all right, on the money with this. You've got to actually get how important this is, because this is as important as some might say as money. Some might say, right? Money don't make the world go around, just like love doesn't necessarily keep a connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can love me and I can love you, but if your love has nothing to do with the quality or purity as my own, you can tell me you love me all the live long day, but it's not going to equate to anything that I'm already giving myself. And so thank you next, right? Like, so, you know, be mindful even with yourselves. Are you actioning out in the most loving, in the most optimistic, in the most pleasant ways towards yourself or not? And if you're not, okay, you need to understand you refract all the way back to divinity, source. All right, so try again. Okay, live better, love better. Okay, love you better, not outside stuff, not things, right? Love you, aka divinity. All right, divine protection. You are heavily heavenly protected. All right, have faith in your journey. If you are divinely supported in it. Okay, so if you're seeing 38, you could be seeing 11 as well, because that reduces down to that. Really speaking of new beginnings, okay? Angelic wish fulfillment, transformation, growth, all right? There's some significance between now and winter, all right? Now, long story short, I'm going to ring the bell, but I do want to, here it is. This was the other, so we had the winter card and we had the summer winter card come out here, right? Can't get around it. And it's got the 5 of forces. All right. 1-5 is life changing, life altering. All right. So you are really, what is that? Wait, hold on a second. I don't know this word. Hold on one second. Oh, wait. Oh, Oedipus. So there could be some significance to Greek mythology. Oedipus was a tragic figure in Greek mythology and the protagonist of Sophocles. Wait, hold on a second. Oedipus fulfilled a prophecy. You could have actually had to leave your family ties on the strength of this journey. Um, this could be people that you left, okay, that are also same deal connected to your past life experiences, right? Could have a karmic family. And there could be some significance to lightning. I know me personally, there have been recent storms in my area. And for those wondering the background, I was like, you know what? I need to make music, but currently I'm not able to like have um, certain things set up. And that too shall come, right? And the other night I was just meditating and just really, doing some soul searching and, praying for the collective and things. And Spirit was like, you need to just record this. And I just was singing from my soul, seated by my window during a recent thunderstorm. So there could be some significance to storm energy. Maybe you just really prefer that type of vibe. Okay. Like, how some people they're like, oh gosh, I hope it doesn't thunder. I hope it doesn't lightning. You're like, no, I hope it does. I love it. Bring me more kind of thing. Right. And there is something to be said for vibrational frequencies, whether they're coming from your own voice and or instruments or not. Okay, you could definitely implement, especially on a self-care Sunday, just to assist with healing, just to even assist with calming the mental space as well. Now we're going to talk about another aspect that you can add to your proverbial spiritual toolbox here. Where the heck? Okay, I was like, where did the card go? And there could be some special significance to the angelic code 22. It is a master number. Look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message. I promise. Okay. Now this particular word, adsum, ADSUM. Okay. It means like a whole host of words, right? But I want to get to this one part. It also declares your arrival at your goals and all your wishes coming true, not just some, right? So say add some, I arrive, and take a moment to see yourself reaching your goals. Absolutely. Like seriously, like for real, absolutely. Like there's no way you're not reaching them kind of thing. Whenever you're actioning out, right, like next steps, working towards your next milestone, okay, you can seek the help of others as well as spirit, source, God, however this may resonate for you. But say add some and oh wait, hold on one second, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so you can say add some. Basically, this is just kind of like a tool of assistance to get you to raise your awareness about the divinity, inclusive of source, God. Some may say goddess, right? Um, for you to commune, for you to keep in the forefront of your mind, your mental space, the fact, okay, the truth, which is that spirit backs you, which is that the all in all, the end, the all of days, right? Supports you, is with you, is of you, are of it, okay? And so that will assist you with really actioning out some aspects of tenacity, whether this is simply and solely at work or not. All right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Remember, there's an old tired saying about this for a reason. Okay, and it's because everyone fails, quotes, they even put it in quotes in the card, right? But failure is only failure if it happens on the very last page of your story. And your story is not over. They make songs about it even, right? If you're still here receiving the message, your story's not over. If you still have hope, your story's not over. If you still carry faith, your story's not over. All right? Dust off your air quotes and hang them on that failure as a reminder that failures are a part of success. That's exactly what you've got coming to you now. Chills on that. So the bell has again rung for those maybe that came in. I'm mindful this one was a little bit of a longer session, probably because your girl hasn't been able to come on nearly as often as I would prefer, right? If I'm just saying so myself, right? Maybe you guys are like, oh, what? You weren't around? No, let me stop. I'm trying, right? But we're soon done, you guys. No worries. I just wanted to get through that, add some. Adsum is a single word that has many meanings, and it affirms your own strength and focus on the present. You can use it as a command word whenever you find yourself distracted from what's at hand. You can say, add some I am here, and feel yourself attend to the situation or person before you. So really helping you stay grounded in current energies and helping you stay focused on the goals at hand. Definitely par for the course of utilizing that particular tool in your toolbox, as it were. Thank you, Country Love. All right, let me scroll back up here. Okay, let's see here. Raymond, hopefully you have another question, babe. I can only take you guys to the point of healing where you're wanting to heal, because you guys have to do it, you know, on your own, kind of thing. While divinity assists you and puts people in your path to assist you, and I'm here doing my part. So hopefully you understand that, Raymond and anyone else who may be going through some things and having a lot of questions. I get that, okay? But I also get I'm here to protect as well as serve. All right. Oh, thank you, Freaky J. I made this last night. I shared it to the. I think I shared it to the group. Nope, I did not share it to the group. I gotta share it. I shared this one though. This is my version of me as the high priestess. So we'll have to see what Sean comes up with. We should all. I don't know. I was taking notes. I was like, you know what, that would be very empowering. So, yeah. I don't know. Felt good. Feels good to create, you guys. All right, so we have the first person, eat me. All right, so we've got a 10 of Pentacles. Seems like you're pretty happy about that yes here, eat me. Just be mindful from one gig to the next, energy environment could be different. So do your protective measures, okay? Just because people are in the same room or in the same situation don't mean they're necessarily on the same team. All right. Or in the same mindset. What's going on with my holder here? Hold on, you guys. Sorry about the jiggling. All right, let's see here. Stay away from... Okay, let me see here, country. We got a very home stable foundation type of yes, right? Card underneath it is also yes, indicating you're handling it with maturity as well as clarity. Okay, so good job, country love. Much love and light to you. Oh my goodness, we're all going through something, huh? Okay, let me see her, Freaky J. Did you do reaching out to Rasan? Okay, let me see about Rashawn. Oh, that's a yes. Okay. Now, nothing just happens, right, Jay? So, I don't know what to make sense of this because it's just a quick yes, no. But the Three of Swords was stuck up underneath the happiest card in the deck. So you got the happiest and the saddest cards here, probably. And so, make sense of that as you will. Okay, maybe this helped to resolve some hurt. Or you did the right thing even though it hurt or allows for no more access, perhaps. Okay, boy, oh boy, 10 of Wands at the bottom. This could be a love connection, a lover situation, but either way, what you did was the thing, the damn thing, if I do say so myself. All right, love and light to you and Rashawn. Gosh. All right, I don't know what's... I don't know why that's happening. Sorry, guys. I'm not meaning to make you sick or dizzy. Okay. So, Country Love, I'm not exactly sure what you're referencing. I know that Eat Me had a 10 of Pentacles. And Country Love, you had, I don't remember because that's a lot for me to remember. Like, I'm channeling, so hopefully you could scroll it back. I'm not sure what you're referencing, but I know if it was the 10 of Pentacles, that was for Eat Me. Oh, you guys got me, I don't know, I'm trying. I'm showing up and I'm here doing it, but y'all gotta pay attention. I don't know what. Unless can y'all hear me? Is that, are we having tech issues? Is that what's going on? Can y'all hear and see me okay? Because I don't want to like do readings if you guys can't hear me. That makes sense. So I don't know. No one's responding. Maybe I should hop off. I'm not sure. Can you guys can? Okay. Oh, it's on your end. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that sorts itself out, Country Love. My goodness. Okay. Um, I know it was a yes, right? But I can't remember the cards that came out, Country. I just know Eat Me had the one yes card, right? Um, so it was a yes, and I think it was like a King of Swords as one of the yeses, but that wasn't the only yes. I'm sorry. All right. So those looking for more aspects on the career reading here, okay? Again, you're being asked to implement that tenacity and understand that failure is only part of the process of success. Nothing more, nothing less, right? And to continue with whatever prep work you've been doing, but also if you've yet to do it or there's more, you got to do it, okay? And this might actually require you to be in some hermit energy, whether you've got Virgo chart placements or not. You could also high key be enduring aspects of peer pressure at this time. And you guys, you know what? Sometimes that's a telltale sign you are on the path, right? Like, have you, like fasting comes to mind. It's like, okay, I'm going to fast. And out of the woodwork, people come, they call up, they're writing, they're texting. Hey, I want to take you out. Do you want to go eat? Do you want to go eat? Do you want to eat? Do you want this food? Do you want. And you're like, okay, for the 3 years prior, you've said nothing. You didn't even check for me, let alone try to feed me. But the moment I go on the fast, right, day number 2, you're all like disappointed and butthurt because we haven't spoken in so long. You got to pay attention, all right, because people can be used by energies, dare I say entities, even unknowingly, even unintentionally. Okay, and this life is far more spiritual than you might realize. This really is a whole experience for you to learn and grow your soul. Okay, some people talk about other things like, white picket fences and such, but it's really not about that. Okay, and so, if you're being peer pressured, and it may not even be like literal like peers in the sense of like classmates or colleagues or associates, but could be family, could be friends. Okay, pay attention to the signs, as it were, not just the words that may be coming through these vessels, okay? Because there could be, quite frankly, an agenda to thwart you off your mission because you're so close to getting to where you realize, in a very material and tangible sense, how much work you've been doing, referable to the manifestations that definitely damn sure have your names attached to them and are well on their way, okay? Um, so keep going. You do have the ability to transmute negative feelings into positive ones. Don't forget now. And you've got to exercise that will. And you've got to exercise that will. And you've got to exercise that will. Try again. The next time someone frustrates, annoys you, or eats even a tuna sandwich too close to you, whether at work or not, right? This is pulled from the Affirmator's work deck, right? I will lean towards kindness and acceptance rather than stabbiness and loathing. But if they're also humming while eating that tuna, then all bets are off, is the way the card states. But I digress. Just trying to keep it fun and light, all right, about some of these heavy hitting and repetitive dynamics here. You can't necessarily change people unless and until you've done it by living as the example. Makes sense? Okay, so you can't be talking about you're the example when you want to be the first to crash out and put somebody in their place, when you want to be the first to jump up onto the soapbox with microphone in hand. It's like, wait, what? Self-contradictory. Don't be the hypocrite. The hypocrite. Hypocrite, excuse me. All right. And good fortune is about to smile on you, collective. All right. You've really got to know this, right? Not look for it to see evidence. You've got to know it. There's a difference, okay? The luck may come in the form of something small, like a miraculous parking space, or permission to choose the lunch order, or it might rain down. There's that storm energy, right? As something more significant, like a new position in your dream career with double the salary and triple the benefits, or a new coworker that ends up being your BFF or true love. At the very least, maybe you'll come across a candy dish with something good in it. Psst, look beneath the banana runts, the card states. So, it is what you make of it. It is a situation where you're going to find evidence of what all you may be looking for. So look for the good, please. Okay. Um, I pulled from the, because I was guided to, Angels in Your Biz Oracle deck. There could be some significance to the following angelic code. Doesn't have to be the case, but listen up, all right? 34, 20, 42, 19, 8, 32, 43, 37, and last but certainly never least, 33, which also wasn't even last, as well as certainly not least, because the last is the legacy wealth number of that of 28. Just so serious, right? And you want that kind of vibe. You want to pay attention to the angelic code, all right? Don't know however else to say it other than look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message, and they help back the fact that the truth of the matter is you are backed by divinity, all right? Bring it into your forward frontal awareness, though. That's your part to play, okay? So you literally need to go inside, okay, way more than outside at this time, this new earth paradigm, all right, in this aspected timeline of yours here, honey bun, because you have magnificent truth and wisdom in the within that you've got to really kind of unleash, all right? Can't do it without going within. So serious, okay? And now is the time your angels are beckoning you, okay? Your guides will create the strategy, but there's some aspect to social media that you are supposed to be implementing, okay? You might be implementing that, referable to that previous talked about planning an organization. Keep going. You are assisted in the matter, all right? Now, also, some of you really do need to take, speaking of window of opportunity, right? The window of opportunity to rest as well, okay? You know, check again. Energy is fluid, so I can't say it like on Thursdays rest, on Tuesdays work hard, right? But there is some aspect of the scheduling with which you can control, like this is meditation time, this is go time, right? And one thing that you should never be scheduling is overthinking. So please stop doing that, okay? Eights do speak of being in direct will alignment with divinity, right? But I need you to know, so serious, overthinking is never in direct will and alignment, unless and until you're being asked to take a second look, right? Maybe you missed something the first time. Maybe there's some synchronicity to, instead of overthinking, just check it twice, right? You don't have to lay there and deplete yourself of all of your night's sleep wondering when you could just check it twice and then rest. See what I mean? And irregardless of your next steps, okay, and the clarity of same, I need you to know you are in alignment and it is all coming together and you and it are divinely supported, all right? Some of you need to be prepared because your demographics, your clientele list, okay, your customers are really going to be soulmate energy. That's beautiful. That is giving divine breakthrough assistant type of energy, because soulmate energy, they're not anything near up energy, right? Like they talk about like, oh, I was thinking that too. Oh, I was just hoping I could purchase this. And here you are offering it for sale. Oh, I so hoped you would come on the social media again. I really do enjoy you being as part of the highlight of my day kind of thing, right? Your products, your services, etc., etc. All right. So if you're seeing 43, please know this message is for you for sure. And even if you're not, please know you have the opportunity with your free will and right, okay, to claim it. Branding is coming out here. There could be some significance to changing branding. Maybe some of you are being asked to do so. Others maybe just have been actioning out, okay? But you are unique. You are not to stand out. Excuse me, you are not to, you are to stand out. You are not to blend in. Okay. You are to tune into what feels good. And Yeshua definitely does feel good, and could be an energy, an essence that is of assistance to you, whether you call him Jesus or not. And there's something about honing in on your core values here, as well as your purpose, to assist you with creating that legacy wealth. Okay. And you know what? You might want to also implement, along with that business plan, since we're talking legacy wealth, some aspects of estate planning as well. Because what you don't want to do is leave without proper documentation on next steps referable to your money and the legacy that you have created. Okay. Especially for those that, do have families already underway. You've got children. If you've got children, you've got beneficiaries. All right. Don't act like you don't know. So serious, right? And excuse me, there could be some aspect of decision making that you are underway or expected to actually start getting into actioning out. There could be some significance to wavy hair, whether you are brunette in the sense of brown or blonde. Excuse me, I'm trying so hard not to say blonde. I said it anyways. Brown or black. Okay. This could be even decisions about relocation, all right, from one aspect of the globe to the next, from one coastline to the next, okay? This or that, one or the other. Choices, choose, you could be seeing in synchronicity. We've also got twos, even referable to this four here, all right, two of them, to create, again, legacy foundation, all right? Something sustainable, even beyond this incarnation, perhaps, for some of you, all right? Now, what you don't want to do is get into your head with that overthinking type of strategy. And the reason why I say that is, you guys, you need to really kind of reprogram yourself here, right? For those that resonate with overthinking, whether in business or just in general, right? And so what you don't want to do is fall prey to thinking that overthinking is just par for the course of your lifestyle, because it's not. It's really a strategy against you. Whether you are implementing it or not, whether you are rocking with the uh, incoming and or projected thoughts or not. Okay. So what you don't want to do is be rocking around with the mental space and saying to yourself, well, as long as, I'm not really outing myself about what my current mental state about all of this is, it's fine. That's a falsity. You're just stabbing yourself more deeply. Okay. Don't be that one. You are to live free here with happiness and joy, as well as abundance. And you do have a choice in the matter. So serious. Okay. At the core of your being lies your full potential. All right. Namely, each of us is a perfect part of the divine. All right. Now, I know I teach, and I still am a firm believer, that there is no such thing as perfection here, especially referable to this realm. Right. However, I too would love to believe that, high key, us refracting all at once simultaneously back unto the all in all, the source, all right, would be perfection. Makes sense? Long story short. All right, just to be clear about that. All right. By living in this awareness, we begin to realize that if we simply try our best to serve, we will live in greatness. Okay. Now, it's interesting because you do come out here as the star. Ooh, as well as the King of Cups on the other side of doing this work, on the other side of calming down that mental space, right? But even still, from masculine to feminine energy, this is a whole being, okay? Now, I'm not here to blow smoke up anywhere, right? So I'm not, I feel like I'm not comfortable saying that you would be fully healed. I'm just saying, look how much work you've done. Okay. You did more than most. You're shining. You can't actually not stand out now. So sorry to tell you. All right. But you're not meant to. So it's kind of like, sorry, not sorry. Right. So there's that. And you do get to the 10 of Cups, whether this is just you, with your masculine and feminine inner child, as well as adult being or not. Okay. Take what resonates here. But this could also be, indicative of you creating space for that legacy wealth and ultimately your legacy enjoying it. Makes sense? But you know what? I really can't get around the aspect of duality here with the mother, father, God, right? Like patriarchy wants to come in and be all like, God is he, daddy, father, right? Okay, but if you're going to say that, you got to say the same deal with mother and feminine energy. I mean, energy just is, right? There's no genitalia attached. There's no sexual gonads to identify in that respect to energy, right? Right. Okay. So, long story short, this is you co-creating with universe, your utopia, as you should, because you have performed and understood the assignment such to the point where you have performed spiritual growth. You have cut cords, and some of you it was with your, entire family, perhaps, right? You're trusting the universe and are being guided to continue to. All right, guardian angel coming out again, second deck, you guys, second deck. All right. And they are asking you to take charge and take action. They're asking you to, be courageous, to be brave, okay? Because the whole entire time, whether in business, love, or life, you are protected. You are here to experience. You are purposefully here, all right? And you've got to accept this, but you've also got to accept yourselves as well. And, it's easy to talk about it. And yeah, they make cards about it. But I mean, you really have to do the work. Like, you'd have to check with you about this as well. Not in the sense of me projecting onto you that you can't trust yourself, but in the sense of me guiding you to really understand you and to be confident about your own understanding of you. All right. So that you raise your vibration and keep it above any kind of storm energy. Some days we're meant to go through the storm. Sometimes, some seasons, it's the only way. Not all the time, though. So do you want to have to go through storm after storm after storm? Or do you just want to know and appreciate the fact that storms aren't every day? They're not every month. They're not every season. And they're not in every way. Well, then you better continue to assist yourselves, honey bun, and keep that vibration pretty high, right? So that you fly above it. And you do have a choice in the matter to choose good feeling thoughts or not. To rock in the mental space with, love, light, flow, and blessing or not, right? It's up to you, okay? You are in charge, all right? So if you don't like what you are experiencing, what you are going into or coming out of, you've got to be mindful to learn the lesson. And I gather that most of you are at this particular juncture, especially with the Akashic coming out, the keys to the streets coming out. Okay, I have to say it this way because it's a general collective. Not everybody's on the same cobblestone of the path. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Some of you's got high heels on. It's taking you a little longer. Let me stop. But those that know cobblestone streets, you got the whole trajectory and everything. You got to be confident in them steps, some of them. You know what I mean? So that is definitely par for the course of a synchronicity. I'm going to ring the bell again, you guys. And I'm just going to finish the session while you guys get your questions in, okay? For the Self-Care Sunday message, all right? You're being guided to read and perform some of those positive affirmations, right? And I love you so much that I went ahead and pulled from one of the positive affirmations deck that we do have for the channel. There could be some significance to the colors green and brown and gold. Doesn't have to be the case, right? But boy, it's giving, right? Oh, we've got pink here too. I was going to say, I thought I had a third card. All right, the first card out. Today, I am free of drama. Today, I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. So sorry, guys. My nose is so itchy doing that thing. Today, I will breathe. Today, as I face challenges, I will call a mental timeout. I will consciously breathe with my eyes closed and focus on slowing my inhalation and exhalation. Right? Take the pressure off, okay? Today I am adventurous. Today I will get out of my comfort zone and try something I've never tried before. Some of you need to do this so you get out of that insanity, which again we know is that definition of doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting a different outcome, expecting a different result. Why? That's a time waster. Or insanity makes sense. Okay, so don't be that one. Don't be doing it. Pink tourmaline. Oh, I'm skipping ahead. Sorry. Hold on. Nope, we already did that. What's going on here? Why would that come out there? Oh, I know why it's the end. Okay. I was like, what? All right, that's what happened. Tried to skip to the end. That's twice during the session I tried to skip. So if you're definitely resonating with being an entrepreneur, don't you dare be skipping. Okay, you're skipping over aspects of legalisms and or logistics. Not going to bode you well. Okay, you can't act like you didn't know later, and that makes it all better. All right, if you are willingly and or even intentionally half-assing anything on the back end, you can't act like you didn't know you were half-assing, and you can't just the same expect it not to look half-assed or experienced as half-assed. Okay, friendly reminder. So stick with the morals and values code, right? Like we talked about already earlier in this session. All right, there's some significance to music. You guys, music crashed out off the table. So a couple things with that. Some of you need to actually implement music. Others of you need to check which music you're rocking with, and is it helping or is it hurting? And be mindful that within all things, just like you, we talk about you being coded. Same deal with other aspects of creation, coded. All right, so be mindful to rock with the healthful frequencies and not the ones that take from you. And friendly reminder, I know we're talking music, but even referable to certain things that you may experience in the media. Same deal, coded, right? And you know what's funny? Actually, one of my favorite genres of film is horror, right? But they too are coded with certain frequencies, all right? Some of them can even, if left to their own devices, if magnified, if rocked with enough, can produce aspects like heart arrhythmia. So serious. Okay, so be mindful. What are you pumping in day and night? You think it's helping you get your work done, you think it's helping you study. It's catchy. Oh, sure, right? Is it helping? And you'd have to be honest about that. Okay, maybe get out of your comfort zone and try classical music, which definitely is coded to assist. Okay, farmers even use it to expand their fields, their harvest. Just saying. Okay. It's so funny because you know what? Classical music is often implemented in aspects of horror as well. It's almost like they tried to code it like, no, don't like this. It's scary. You're going to have to suspect something suspenseful. Whole time it was meant to advance you. So funny. But I digress. That's just me thinking on the fly, perhaps, right? Don't come for me. But what if that's the case? Just saying, right? Be still. Some of you need to actually just not do so much. You need to actually listen to what's going on in your headspace, in your heart space, so that you can fix it, so that you can make it better, so that you don't want to not be still, right? Some of you, it's like this card comes out, like be still cards that come out about slowing down, you cringe. You're like, no, that's the one thing we don't want to do. Why? Because you're trying to avoid the whole time. You can't avoid yourself with yourself. Not really going to be any kind of benefit to that. Even in aspects of the path where you delusion yourself to think that that's the case and or to think it's something to do. Not the case. You shouldn't, okay? Aromatherapy is coming out, pretty self-explanatory, as well as drinking tea. Dandelion tea comes to mind. I've been really, I just learned you could even make candy from dandelion, but then I go, do we need the sugar? We don't need the sugar, right? But it looks pretty. We've got build strength here. You guys, I don't know about you. I like up the ante with the weights at the gym and like really just rip through every muscle. I was like, and you know what? It's so funny because we've got, wait, let me see. I know we've got something about water coming out through. Yeah, flow like water and hydrate, right? Pretty self-explanatory with the hydrate, but the flow like water, you do want to be in a flow state. So the flow state means you're creating, you've got to create. A flow state would really be optimal energy for manifestation. So it's really important for you to know on a personal note how to get into your Flow state, okay? And for those that don't know what that is, please study to show yourself approved, okay? How could you know something, or how could you know you don't know something until you know it? Makes sense? And it makes sense you're here to learn and grow your soul. It's okay to find out, all right? Um, but it's so funny because I actually added weight in water. So, I'm sharing because maybe this would assist somebody else, right? It's like if gravity is not your super bestie, I get that. Get in the water, and yes, you can add weight, all right, to really implement some of those techniques that people do on land, all right. Just so serious, okay? Drink your teas, all right. Utilize your intuition, definitely, for sure, okay. Some of you are guided to journal about your dreams, okay. Maybe the aspect of writing it out helps you to recall other aspects of even previous incarnations. Okay, maybe eat me. This is something that can help you too, even, right? I know you're on the live. But take from that what you will. Dream journaling, look for the patterns, the trends. Okay, it's like, oh, in this one I was this, thinking about that, but over here in another one I was another thing, but still thinking about that. What sense can I make of that? And sometimes seeing it in black and white, as it were, written out, as it were, can assist you with that. Also connecting with your ancestors, okay? Ancestors and angels are all over you, okay? As they should. You are so supported. You are so divinely loved, all right? And divinely protected. Don't forget, okay? Some of you are being guided to create art. That can too assist you with the flow state. You guys, even cleaning, right? Vacuuming comes to mind. You just check out and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else now. Because who wants to really, be hyper focused on, oh, the vacuum and swipe, right? And push and pull and push. It's like usually the monotonous type of mundane type of to do tasks, we're not like gung ho about in the first place. Why would you hyper focus on it, right? Make it much more pleasant and, dare I say, much more purposeful by allowing and understanding that you are in charge to do some of those mundane tasks, those chores, like even washing the dishes, doing laundry comes to mind, can also be ways in which you can implement meditation. It doesn't have to be sitting on the floor in a white room, right? Take what resonates for you here, but I guess it could be a blue room here. No, let me stop. But connect with crystals is coming out as well. And this is where we get to the pink tourmaline, the red goldstone, the ruby and feldspar, the zoisite. Ringing the bell, final round, just to be clear. I have not forgotten about the free yes, no tarot, no worries, right? But just to show you, these are the last cards we have to talk about, okay, since it came out for your Self-Care Sunday message. All right. Zoisite assists with motivation, positivity, and focus. Ruby and feldspar assists with awareness, balance, and passion. Red goldstone assisting with healing, protection, and deflection. Ooh, some of you avoidance, right? What are you deflecting? We've got pink tourmaline coming out in assistance with freedom, trust, and love. All right. Trust the divine universe. Trust that you are protected, and trust that you are purposeful, purpose-filled, okay, and purposefully here. All right. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys, because that definitely was your message. I personally find it quite empowering, and I think I will be really circling back on this one just to soak it all in. So you guys, in assistance with getting the watch hours up, sleep to some of these, okay? Your last 10 minutes, you could really be plugging in, especially if it's on subject matters, like, ferret through. Maybe there's a certain video you should be repeating over that of another, okay? Get it in you. I do it too, all right? So I'm not saying here, like, oh, just be all gimmicky. I literally practice anything you feel like I'm preaching. Just so serious, okay? So there's that. But much love and light to you, collective. Thanks for hanging around to get that message. Thanks for hopping on the live stream. Thanks for participating in the chat box. Thanks for being you, and thanks for not giving up. All right. Um, okay, Rashawn is Elle's brother. Okay, I don't understand. Yeah, I wonder what the heart. Wait, Rashawn is Elle's brother. Okay. That's just real interesting. Sorrow, grief. heartache, right? Maybe he's just going through something. I don't know. I didn't want to not say about the card. You know what I mean? And then when the Ten of Wands was at the bottom of the deck like that, I'm like, dang. He might be maybe focused elsewhere. I don't know. But either way, at least the outcome was what you did was the right thing there, Jay. All right. That's what matters, right? I said right. Exactly. Okay. Said not the heels. No, because I was just watching. I think it was Nicole Kidman. They were ragging on her like, "Oh, she's all frail and like a grandmother." And it's like, bitches in like heels on a cobblestone street outside of the country. What do you want from her? And they're all like, "She grabs the man's hand like a grandmother." It's like, bruh, the amount of cameras that are on her right now and in her face, right, and the amount of inches to them heels. And the amount of cobblestones on the cobblestone street. Just saying, make it make sense. I just do not, it's one thing to be all like enticing and everything, even if you want to be gimmicky. But don't lie. I don't like it when it's, you know what? The media, like anything else, you can use it for good or bad. And I just, you know what? Karma is a very real thing. So, yeah, there's that. All I have to say about that. Just saying. All right, you guys. Have a phenomenal Sunday. Okay. It's funny. I think we had Goldstone. Sunstone comes to mind too. That would be the stone of the day for anyone wondering. And for those that really have been thinking about, you know what, that resonated a little bit with, me needing to cut people off, me needing to walk away from certain family, you will definitely be divinely supported in that because, quite frankly, if that's you, you're already being divinely inspired to do that. And I promise you, on the other side of that, really, you start seeing that's the truth of the matter, that you did the right thing. Okay. And again, you do have the ability to make choices for that. I would not take heed to that message because we're talking legacy wealth could be at stake. You know what I mean? I'm not here to word curse, right? But I am here to guide you into really taking that seriously enough to make sure you're not you're not the reason behind why you didn't receive your manifestations, okay? Whether they're relationships, whether it's pentacles, financial resources, investors, or otherwise, all right? So hopefully that makes sense. And have a beautiful week if this is where I leave you. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. Thanks for being amazing. You guys really keep me going. And I hope you truly do know that. Okay, that's my truth. All right, in case anyone wondered. And I just really appreciate you guys. Really, I do. All right. So take care of yourselves. And please, it's Self-Care Sunday. You got to do a little something, something for you, even if it's just a little smile here and there when you glance at yourselves in the mirror today or walking past that storefront window, whatever makes sense for you. All right. I love you guys so, so much. Okay. And please and thank you. Love on you today. Seriously, I mean that. All right. You deserve it. Much love and light, collective.